Hey family, God bless you. Welcome to Sharing the Gifts. This is Prophet Robert. I wanted to share this blessing that the Lord gave me recently. He has recently told me and shared with me that He has placed me in this time, this season of growth and watering, in a sense, going through a wilderness uh, type of season. And He is giving us manna in this season. He is growing me through giving me heavenly manna. And He showed me this in this dream that He is pouring out this heavenly manna. And in this time, this wilderness period that He has placed me in, He has shown me that He has taken me through a lot of development and growth through training and trials and such. And I've been having all these dreams about being in a classroom. And He was saying this was a prophetic classroom that He has placed me in. And I know a lot of others are going through this as well, as He is really bringing us to this cusp of this point where He is accelerating us unto this point where He's going to release us to do great exploits, which is another dream that I had recently. I saw a man that I knew to represent myself, and I saw in big white letters in front of me, exploits. I knew he was saying that he was developing me and growing me, watering me to get ready to do these great exploits, as the word says that we are going to do. So in this dream, I saw this miniature world and these two beings in this miniature world. Was like the macroverse in Ant-Man, and like it was these micro versions of people, but they weren't actually people. They were like, it was some kind of strange atomic like being. So and they didn't have like legs or arms or anything. They were just kind of like floating around. And I knew then the next scene changed, and it was like just some random day, and it began to snow. Like this snow fell. Like that's all I saw was like I saw trees around, and like it was this open universe, and the snow like just kind of came out of nowhere, and it just laid on everything. Like it just came from the sky, and it was like and laid on everything. And I knew it was in their land. And as this happened, a special fruit began to grow on the trees from this snow. So the beings got like they were sleeping, and I saw there was this bed, and it was a male being and a woman being, and they were asleep. And as this fruit began to grow on these trees that were above them, there was these branches that were sitting above where they were sleeping, and this white fruit, it looked like big balls, almost like snowballs, and it would grow, and then it fell into the mouth of them as they were sleeping, and like they were eating it as they were sleeping. And the male being said, like he was still asleep, but he was like, it's tasty and it's good. And then when they ate the fruit, it began to transform them, and their bodies changed, and but they were still asleep, and they grew legs and they grew arms, and their appearance changed, and their appearance looked like the snow. So I knew they were smarter. And then I saw there was another creature, and this creature looked like a big slug, like a snake, and it was I knew it would feed off of them. It was trying to feed off of them. Like this was what it would do. It would go around and it would come it would come to them and it would like feed off of them. And there was some type of condition where they had to get food for this creature or would eat them. And it was looking for them, and then it found them and it began chasing them. It was chasing after them. But since they had legs now, they could move faster, and they were able to stay ahead of this creature, like keep a distance from it. So I saw, as like I was like in the scene now, and I saw it was like slithering around and it was trying to catch up to them. It was trying to catch them. And I had wondered in the dream, I was wondering why they didn't just move to a different land now, because they had legs, unlike they did before. And I think I woke up from there. So the Lord actually was just revealing a lot of things that I didn't write down in my notes as I was reciting or reading this dream. So a couple things that he was pointing out here. One, this whole thing had a Adam and Eve Eden type feel. But I know that it's relating to current. It's modern as well. And he was saying, just like how when the male had started eating the food, eating this fruit, and he said it was tasty and good. This is relating to the word. This is relating to the word, which we know that the manna is heavenly manna, is a symbol of the word from heaven. Is the bread from heaven. And what he was telling me about this originally, what I had got understanding of, was this was relating to my wife and myself, but it also relates to the body, relates to a lot of things that a lot of us are going through, especially the dreamers, those that are dreaming at night. He's saying that the Lord has been changing and transforming us in our sleep and in our dreams, through these dreams. And he's feeding us through these dreams. He's been sending us this manna and these spiritual fruits down for us to eat at night in these dreams. And we have, and we're growing and transforming from this. Like it is happening spiritually as we are sleeping, and then it is manifesting naturally, as it's like a transition as we are sleeping. All of this is happening while we're sleeping in these dreams, as we are getting the understanding, and we're growing in wisdom and knowledge, and we're applying these things into our lives, which is helping us grow. So I was doing some research on this, and I got this excerpt from Wikipedia, and it says here, it is described in the book of Numbers as arriving with the dew during the night. And this is talking about the manna. And it says, Exodus, as the manna was comparable to a hoarfrost in color. And it says, and similarly had to be collected before it was melted by the heat and the sun, and was like a coriander seed in size, but was white in color. So when you take all of that, it looks just like snow, just like I saw in the dream. Originally I thought this was snow, but when he gave me an understanding that this was manna, and then I read this excerpt from Wikipedia, it matched up completely. So and it looks exactly like hoarfrost on trees. If you look up a picture, which I'm going to put on the video, that it looks exactly like that. It looked exactly like you would see the hoarfrost. It looks like this white snow, and it said that it was white in color, and that it was comparable to hoarfrost, and that it had to be collected before it melted from the heat, just like snow. So then we see here in John 6, 47 to 51, what the Lord also is actually talking about here. And he says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me hath everlasting life. I am the bread of life. Your fathers did eat manna in the wilderness, as I just said, I'm in this wilderness period, and are dead. This is the bread which cometh down from heaven, heavenly manna, that a man may eat thereof and not die. I am the living bread which came down from heaven. If any man eat of this bread, he shall live forever. Thank you, Jesus. And the bread that I will give is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world. Of the world. Of the world. Not just of Hebrews, not just of Jerusalem, not just of Israelites, not just of Christians, but of the world. So God is definitely moving right now. If you don't know, if you've been missing out, he is definitely feeding us. He is feeding us and growing us in ways that we don't understand, in capacities that we don't yet realize. He has been stretching us and increasing us in size, in wisdom, in knowledge, in experience. And he's going to use all these things that he is doing with us in this time very soon. He's going to release things in us that we don't even know that are there right now. I'm telling you, just keep abiding in him, abiding in the vine, the true vine, that's Jesus Christ. Trust in him, trust in all his ways, not your ways, not what you think is right, not what you believe is right from things that you've been taught of the world, only through his truth, his life, his light will shine truth on the real truth that there is to follow. And only through his spirit can we receive these things, because the spirit is the revealer of all truth, and he will reveal the things that the Lord is speaking and that the Lord is doing. So I love you guys. God bless you. Take this word to the Lord, and I'll talk with you soon.